Something that's really important for us as builders is to understand our liability in any project. And are builders liable if there is a mudslide or a landslide or water comes into the home from a 100-year storm like we've had in Arizona? I'm Brad Levitt, president of AFT Construction. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure and hit that like, comment, subscribe. If you have any comments or topics you want us to address, let us know and we'll make sure to do that in the next episode. And now in a previous episode, we were discussing groundwater, right? And the implications of either not having groundwater, conserving that water, or having too much groundwater and how that can impact the house and flood the home. Something that's really important for us as builders is to understand our liability in any project. And are builders liable if there is a mudslide or a landslide or water comes into the home from a 100-year storm like we've had in Arizona? We have a project where we had that issue where there was a heavy monsoon, very unique. It came down the mountain. And how does that impact us as builders? Again, I'm not a lawyer, and you should always consult your legal counsel in your area. But what's really important is understanding to have a really good civil engineer that understands the terrain that you are building. And this really differs. This has to do with the footings. As we're building a house and putting in the foundation, there are certain homes where on the same home, you could be putting footings in natural terrain or undisturbed soil, as well as on the same house footprint, you're going to be putting it in disturbed soil. How is that backfill completed? Is it compacted? Is the moisture content correct, right? Can that cause settling? Not only that, water is our biggest enemy. And the counsel that we've been given, every time that we work with a client, we outsource engineering. That's not under the umbrella of AFT, that's direct with the client. So the client has a direct contract with the civil engineer, with the architect, with the pool company, with the designer. There are, important legal aspects to each of those scopes of work. And it's very important that it's not under our umbrella. Now we have to hire, good ones, and we have to recommend good ones that are very experienced and have the knowledge and know-how for our clients, help manage the process. But again, that's a direct contract with the client. And the importance for us as builders is to really build per plan. As you think about that, is hiring a good soils person and a good civil engineer. And the example I'll give, so we had a project, this is up on the mountain in Scottsdale, and of course we built it per plan. This is against a hillside, so you're going to have water coming down the mountain, and we had massive drainage in plan, right? We had river rocks, and we had or riprap, I should say, so heavy riprap and boulders that were diverting the water that helped from any soil, to not wash away, so it helped contain that, as well as divert all the water around the home. Notwithstanding all the precaution, following everything per plan, whether it be the city guidelines, the HOA, as well as the civil engineer, what they had outlined. This is a unique one-in-a-lifetime, right, storm that came in and washed a lot of the hillside around and even brought sand and soil onto the deck and onto the patio, and some water did get in through the multi-siders and around the home. Fortunately, we were protected because we built everything per plan. It was approved, and this is one of those unforeseen, catastrophic events. And so we were protected, had that engineering and had that, everything that we built was under our contract, that would have been a different scenario. But because it was outsourced and because we followed per plan, we were covered. And so we'll differ, but always make sure that you're understanding that water. How's that going to come into the house? How are we diverting it? And making sure that we don't have possible floods coming in addition to making sure that we're wrapping our home in some either waterproof membrane, zip wall, LP, weather logic, anything that's going to help prevent, water from accessing the home.